Greetings Africa, greetings Cameroon, and welcome to Shufa NTC's host of Sáamba Áfon. We are vibing live from the nation's political capital here in Yaounde, and we are vibing that, of course, the culture of the people, for the people, by the people, is actually what is happening here right now, ladies and gentlemen. Sáamba Áfon is a warrior group that doesn't go to war, but they advocate peace. Today, the 29th of April 2022, is going down the history and the archives of Sáamba Áfon Yaounde, hosted by a great son of the soil, none other than Shufa NTC. Ladies and gentlemen, you are going to behold here today at Amput View a great performance from Sáamba Áfon Yaounde, and of course, ladies and gentlemen, every aspect of tradition is going to be involved. All the ladies are present, all the gentlemen present. Yes, of course, we talk peace, yet it's a warrior group. What a paradox. Oh, follow me and you're going to enjoy it, ladies and gentlemen. Yave very wong so the meshati sungni ena lenwanda ke ma ada Sáamba Áfon Yaounde Shufa NTC the one wo mo ke fo yiki lan is Sáamba Áfon sungni with them five tong with them we for bada akera nyame show via win 4cc kenyoke dawon cc asu ji sian cc with them win 4cc atlantic chicken cc before than Sáamba Áfon mira sungni even jummo even yen mo kenyoke la koila ngai then le wongta. When we tong with the mashati asungenge when we are jonge guy fellen the Sáamba Áfon wo Yaounde alan keda ke 4 town cc the yike ke 4 town cc melu sungenge na Sáamba Áfon bi tong with them bi wong edem wong wawi ufendra Switzerland yibe antam yo yida ke la ke mo ke wa tame wir for we is ere ke nyoke mon don wong wiri the wiri with the wir be wir or the wir la wir and say we sin wir without ta wir the wir with the wir dan the Sáamba ayi mo yele wono lady mo wonge ning mo lem tiga bona bay.
In view of promoting and safeguarding his cultural heritage, Shufa NTC rallied people from every social class on the 29th of April 2022 to savour and live the experience and splendor of the entire culture through Sáamba Áfon in Yaounde. Sáamba in general is a warrior group which does not go to war but advocates peace through soothing words, self-discipline and medical assistance called Kifuka Sáamba. They nourish not just the melodic needs of the members but the gastronomic aspect which is never taken for granted. Shufa NTC made abundant liquid and solid provisions to accompany the resounding rhythm of the drum and to create a euphoric environment necessary for such a cultural display. Though Sáamba Áfon, it is not on every sitting day that they are graced with the presence of the fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again. We are vibing live from the nation's political capital here in Yaounde, and here with me we have Tankar, one of the Atata the Sáamba. You know what time is it? Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
What does actually make this day so special? I can see that the attendance today is so marvelous. What is special about today with the Sáamba Áfon?
Well, today is a very special day because we have one of the greatest notables of our land, Shufine Sisi of Mbiame, who decided to honor Sáamba Áfon by hosting Sáamba today. So it makes it very special because every other person who hosts Sáamba normally is a normal citizen. It's not a notable. And this day, it's a day of a very close collaborator of His Royal Highness the Fon of Mbiame.
Well, we can see that today's attendance is not any kind of attendance. We have not only a fund but funds. Can you just briefly tell us the funds that are here today?
Yeah, thank you. I must say I was a little bit surprised myself, but today, in line with the hierarchy of royal standing, you know, some other colleagues and some other personalities of very high standing honored his day today. One of them is his classmate, His Royal Highness Nomo Serge, who is the paramount fund. I want to say chief because they don't know funds, okay, of Mbalmayo. And then the second is His Royal Highness Fon Kang of Mbiame. Yeah, so both of them are here to boast today to encourage their son and subordinate and close collaborator during his day of hosting the Sáamba Áfon.
We can see that today was not just ordinary hosting, but it seemed to have an objective behind this of pomp and fanfare that we have. What is special about this euphoria again? What is the objective of Fine CC, of Shufine CC?
Thank you. It's not about drinking and merrymaking, as you can see. No, it's not about that. The Sáamba Áfon, which is an institution, a traditional warrior institution, which can step in very surgically in terms of danger to any of the funds from our land, is an institution that is lodged here for now, which is trying to build, to make an abode, to create a very suitable traditional host, or I don't want to call it host, a very suitable traditional residence where they can meet periodically and look into issues that concern their activities.
Sáamba ata beroni kurash humor kumitoi shigalani yele wawa unwaya satikava ya manfa me sobe me afarve oui yonji e wakare shigalani e kuza on bab mule kuwa la kota e wabuja yoga bigi yo wawaja Luango yo walo ase amongo ze juse Sáamba si yo binya yo kota
en winde kaya won dem no
amina winde man ko ya wona
ngeen mo kaya Sáamba tumen Sáamba tumne kaya won dem ke baraka en ke isi aben sit amen wi jo mo lo nyena waya won famit la sa wi ele jwa ay lo sali yo wi ya lo mena ke yo wa awi bana be ko bora be ay titi Bang Áfon.
Vừa phơi bóng thì mới thế đó.
Kamu tak nak keluar mencit ikut syawal no. Kalau dia ambil apa? Kita ini. Kalau kita iwan, ini semua iwan. Dan kita mana? Iya. Kami mak ambil kita dah boleh mulu. Berarti kita bukan. Aku ya aku nu dia orang tu. Oh, saya berapa ini? Ini mau. Yang begini ni bapa mereka. Ulang aku yang.
Kami Sáamba também não. Só não papi.
Kami
Sáamba também.
sana.
Dengan restriction ini também.
Ada bahasa tak dulu dulu tu.
Jadi no. Oh, cik jangan apa. Oh, jangan tadi.
Jangan saya lo jangan ini BYB ni. Tak. Kalau ini jangan ini akan tinggi dia. Joji.
Buka mau tak sini ni open mic.
That is why, on Shufantisi's hosting day, the presence of His Royal Highness the Fon of Kang in Miami and the presence of the paramount ruler of Mbalmayo became a rare privilege which however echoes and affirms the name Sáamba Áfon. Triumphant entry of the Fon of Kang witnessed an epic display from the Sáamba militants, which was another episodic moment of cultural display. The appearance of Kikumka Sáamba was one of such rare moments that punctuated the day as unique, given that it does not appear on every sitting. They do not just rally to eat, drink and dance, but to carry out sustainable developmental projects that can foster the preservation of culture.
Okay, so 30 minutes in my seat. Is that maintain the wheel?
Shufine Taisei, during his day and through his representative known as Tankar, carried out a fundraiser aimed at acquiring a plot to construct a cultural edifice that can harbor all lovers of Sáamba.
What is Sáamba? What is Sáamba Áfon? Yabia Razakiji 20,000, Isaac Dani 20,000, Yenika Elias 20,000, Richard King Boyi Yovi, Osan King for 40,000. Sáamba! Sáamba!
Dado, Sáamba sigi msura waje, peke yo we da Sáamba, we da unga. Woni ya corona, we ne to da Sáamba. Sáamba sigi ki yo. Mama Holland. Ka tum Sáamba yo. Adom na bada kige. Ko Sáamba. Oyu. Peke transport na yo we ha ne peke transport. Ya ni na peke transport ki. Era beji. Era dada. To 20,000. Who are we? Sáamba yo. I know ke wuro Sáamba yune. Sáamba we to kane 10,000. Kane now no we. Sáamba. Sáamba yo. Tanga. Akunyi tamatumao. La tungi kwada. Yo iti wila.
So today, being a very special day for Shufine TC, Sáamba Áfon was hoping to harvest some funds that could go a long way to boost that project and carry it to higher heights. Thank you.
Could you then say that from the objective that you have validated the objective of this union, of this koinonia?
Wonderfully done. Wonderfully done, because as you listened a few minutes ago, I read about 30 names of friends and sympathizers of Shufine TC who contributed an amount of close to 500,000 francs already in that light, and the contributions are still going on, as you can see down there. By the end of the day, we're going to have something that can boost the morals and the financial standing of that project.
people will always feel that an association like this is just for drinking, as you actually corrected that this is not the drinking association only. This we also learn that it is a warrior group that doesn't go to war. What will you tell those who are behind, who feel that we just come here to drink, make noise, sing, and go back home?
Oh no, that's a very big error that I make. Drinking in the male, in the societies or the institutions of our land is a catalyst, you know, something that catalyzes action, that stirs and spurs the male members or the participants into action. We believe that wine, which we pour and drink, is a connection with the spirits and with our ancestors. And when we meet, we must make that connection to be live. We must activate that connection through drinking in order to take very appropriate decisions in everything that is going to help us to progress.
Shufine TC is not actually in Cameroon. We have many of sons and daughters in the diaspora. Which particular word are you going to tell them about our culture that it seems to be despairing?
A word of encouragement, my dear brothers and sisters. We are living through very tough times in the history of our culture. And I want to say we shouldn't give up. We shouldn't give up. While we wait for this sun, for this mist and this cloud that has encompassed the whole atmosphere, the whole horizon of our culture, while we wait for it to melt down and give way to a sun that's going to shine all over our culture, we should keep the culture alive. Make sure that we don't lose the habits. We don't forget the tradition. That everything we used to do, we should do it right while waiting, and pass it down to our children while waiting. And one day when the sun finally shines, when all this misery, well, all this crying finally gives way to joy, we shall leap in one voice into the glory of our culture once more.
Wow. And in one voice we shall leap. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, we have come to uphold the tenets of our tradition. And this is Sáamba Áfon Yaounde, here with Tankar. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm signing out. Sepakti. Shati wong dem berry shati we tong tong with the mensung ninja da Sáamba Áfon we dile na ga ye Yaounde ben ave defend when angon se jufsi asiti ben ban mo shoot san be me mo manjongo batirel ave da for Sáamba sung ninji ayo iki ye ji ngon se jufsi sa de ben ayi lawa de for Sáamba be yak ye li mi de ka e se nyuru ji ngon se jufsi sa de ben ada winin no le sha tosin chamba sosina we ki jung ye wor
nyai serve we the modern thing. Patongon se ju se Sáamba si yi Sáamba si de ji Sáamba yi lo fe mo fe ben gon se ju si walde Sáamba vav ayi be ya ke shiki yi ze fon gon se ju si ji a Sáamba sa ki make ro no mi lu abe ka mon tu ki bana ayi vev san una ayi vev san yi ve san vev ki ji aven la make ro avi lu mi ze fo abatar asi no mi lu ada uni provide mi lu around for me look me show in so see ibarasi anyway fauni forcing gonte juice min le ya sakiza uni koi shuki ban wo run me look me show shwa yi be gonte juice lo yi be ani kuna leji sadauni wa tom real love safe it's a yelia minyanja ki ga le uni wa kera kitchen alo yi kitchen amina koi ton mami kin the flask o pan waro wa ki ban ke basho Berry, ake ngonse juice losi wayi.
Berry, verwa sherry. And ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about the women folk. You know that wherever the men are vibing live and direct, the women always have a very special place. This, of course, is the female wing of Sáamba Áfon. They have come to accompany the men in upholding the tenets of our tradition. I go by the name Cabra Deviu, and we are going to visit one agile lady. She's called herself the president of the female wing of Sáamba Áfon. Welcome, President.
Thank you very much.
Now, how do you feel being the president of this female wing of Sáamba Áfon?
I feel overwhelmed because it's a privilege for me, and it's not easy to lead women, as you know, but it has been so pushful for me with the aid of some of the men that are in the Sáamba Áfon. Sáamba Áfon is a group of men, and as the saying goes, that without any in the journey of every man there must be a woman. And as you know, we are there to push the men to go forward. And as they are going forward, we will not allow them in the middle of the road. We always make sure that wherever there is a bridge, we push them to cross. And by pushing them to cross, we make sure that all their needs, when it concerns the port, we are the ones that make sure that the ports are really filled. And as the saying also goes, we make sure that their dressing are also good looking and attractive, because we will not also like dirty men around us. As you can see from the women here, they are so beautiful and gorgeously looking. Yeah, and the women of Sáamba Áfon, they are not just there to support the men. They also have their aims and objectives. And their aims and objective is not just pushing the men, but also observing what the men are doing and promoting their own culture in their own way by creating their own groups that only belongs to them, like the Chong and other groups. Thank you so much.
Oh yes, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And you can see for yourselves that anywhere you have a successful man, know that there's a powerful lady behind. Avera Berry won't talk the Mashati Vena who see it J Asunanje Ena Landagashi Adagashi Kejaki for Vishivi with them. Hey, the Tilan Fen Benegaifen Adona de Lamfu Abai the Lamfu at the widow Leashigang we and the Lamfu Lowa even you walk koi wong them the Lamfu Tata Wikidung.
Bit of a tavern so.
And look at what Kilo Koji Feji Kidaji Kumwonto Asifo she will walk in your Kumwonto it is Karu Tata.
Hey. Bero for the tea at the tree. The year we ran any quid, Lawa Zerimo. I quay, key fallon. I mean, answer most we yene. I look everywhere. Jalwa for a gashay. Criminal address of a waji. As a foca, Rakashay, Kaka will be. Krakashoya, Momo, the wind so. A big cave will be on the wind so. I'm more than to come here as them for come so for bearing so for dreams and win sorana. Minkulale, I have been so carry. Minloin so a crash young shed and chef. King at the showing you TV, not a radio, not a newspaper, not a magazine, not a blog. More the journalist. Minquam came moderate mom show. Romum came in Loquadun, Menaco Ashamo. Mo kwati kemekro mkwa ya shishar kidwa de mogo dembe mkwa beri nyoy aberi wirwe mo ve bimin atomsa before boyo yimo ve mon akikwibe bore before we tomsa dress fo asaka yore yim drabe am dawurun so oje kure mo ko ta fo afan so fo mo shilif afen ko bela mo afan bore mo kwati ji am fo fan so mfo nyanyai am kwati madafo amma ku yefo
the Tamjong Sáamba Áfon Feye Tata Sáamba awashat
bere wiki ma
atati yeji wensaka to orga shika talan bena ke wasujika
shika takin gedin nyewe nenen feye aga nyoka bi kideje wiri yeje alo deben di walume no wangwentro a leki shigi moki abata blum e wo yir at statia ben shiki mo go bena wo yir je fo mlu awan no ayonga yiye abure yiye ba fende be ya ba fende de yu bo yu bi yo je we wa we lo du ku bo wa cheko so di wale we du yu va ko dan taifen bon shike ta ngire bena ke de je ata yi kenyo awire ke fo ye we da nenen jamo we do we wan we to do ye kenyo e we re ben
awa suniji ena mo tata Sáamba de len ne ke tuke ke Sáamba ase lo len na wa yong yeji yilo wa be eviki be ya de wilo men toruben men be ya du choduna
ai bo de wi ya ba le ayo la len le tata wi ai dran be le ja ga ane ase de ben leje amen di dem voye ai wi lo wi ben di je du sho adu sho wi men di ai fofonjo bayo wi yo lili ai la fo wi wa ga na sho ase da wo be wo men na kev kiveson asama den bore sama e bore wiri bore sen sama e ta kwetu sama e fa se den sen sama e ge ngonge nang se na yo alo de bena nyewe ga awo awu yen sama bore la ye bore ko ye bo nyewe bo nyewe se la du anyewe tabo awu fo Sáamba bo Sáamba do yi awa de wi sama do din ma wagan ba da wiri imbonen ba e ta ku tufen
Okay yo. Sam I want to see mo ve keten fen fogo jamne ve ku yana nyobe de tu ave bang bang na ave tu wiri bang bang ben. Samba sailo wa ker wiri asina veji de na ta samba.
Ayo nyi ve bang amol lebe.
Fo bang bang na ve ki yem ve yile wa ya yin. Dera dreje wong wa ki yeji fo ye den geturu ya sa de ye garwa.
Le yenem nyongo. Ayo nyi ve fo. Ve fo. Bo ve fo de ve fo. Ve fo de lave. Samba Áfon ke ve fo. Ke bigi ake tasa. Wo la Samba Áfon. Tasa. Wo sa Samba Áfon. Men ke bang Samba Áfon. Ke nyang Samba Áfon, ke tamjong Samba Áfon. Avec affaire c'est de la Samba Áfon. Bo yimo e fa yo kon defo. Ye idun je o ye lon fo mo. Fo c'est de la Samba Áfon c'est quoi? C'est que maïna bati ben daune. Ya batin. Mais na ke le na ta, ba yo ke fo ve na ta ba shan, ba dun la ba sha be fo. Ya une de shifsin. Ya kina une shifsin c'est mais c'est que dans le lia. Bi fo de go sa quoi fo ma. Ah ta ba ke shifsin de ke. Mo she le ka. Ta wo jiti. Gevanging, ayo mo gevanging. Woden doctor. Daune ve na tashi ve lafen.
Very fay samba kilo chenglan ninjena aga kum kilo ne fa. Kanyo ke be kum ka samba ke ruba ya kite je katata.
Ke kum ka samba ke fa lan be ya de ve wir. Ve ta wo ko yi samba lan. Je ke fa be ya wa ke yi samba de ma wi ke na kum. Wi ke na kum. Shifsi de Sáamba c'est de nen c'est yo fa aga duane mo kube bo ben yan shifsi nen c'est fun yibe se kum ge fa fo yi e wiri ki ye Sáamba fo ye kera ge kum ara fa ge afa fa ge na kum ge fa be afa be na kum ge fa fo shere shi ge takin ye ta yen ji un dauna wiri a Sáamba de bena Sáamba da fa o wa ki ye kera a wilo no azo binin ndam mo be ye ayo njai dre gwe bo nyewe da vitar adre o wire kare alo mane wire kare akpu wire kare bo shige ta wilo marir we dre ta kare ta wilo atalo adawo marir na sama olodu bo tane wi mane sama du no na ta bo ya na ku wiku e shi se sama ji wa fa sitam kum gi wa fa e bere
Very fay very tata watch ti asunje ena ada tata Sáamba adreje awuya kujung tata
bere tata bere
Sáamba wayen mo nyobe ke dubena ke shiyeji akiyeji Sáamba ke yana ada tata Sáamba kun senge unambangse Sáamba si nyoke bi mbang Sáamba ke zadeje karwa
nyoke bi mbangse Sáamba te Sáamba mbangse Sáamba daga faka ke ke Sáamba ambang Sáamba sidi bena sidi jeje yimoto ya yene na wayi ye ke fofen unantumbo afos dembang den fowro tangne Sáamba ye yo keri de so yere nyemo ye ya da fo wi wuro mo wi be bi bo Sáamba de na ide ka faga weki Sáamba yi de wi de faga wi ke weki a faga ginga Sáamba ki lo do an se ka silo fen boro yi gar ki ginga so wuro yi tom ngwai mi lu bo uno yi de wi aki tawan se mo sa fa de wi bangse Sáamba mo si tiben amo su ku lo su wada de trafo fen before daga faka ki loko ma lidi da mo Sáamba yi nan ni yo mo Sáamba yi yo be amo ku yi ja be bi woni bangse Sáamba asi ku yi ti ya mo si tiben si yo yi ti si ku yi ti ya mo si tiben bere tata
bere Sáamba wale kuna yene ayen long yemo fena de dane fa fanganje awadreji wonge wa kiye je nyoke long Sáamba ke sa de ya akade je karwa
bere toben daga fu nyuka ka tangare je long Sáamba daga fuge borkin a fuge borkin da fuge da kuive nyoye fo ne basan da fuge kuive nyoye fo ne san baati amina sa tuwe san jo ayo nyambori Sáamba mom lanen ben am ki yara ka am ki noara ka kino mobam bolo nolen men man ne faga dem kage jan mo bam kimen an ning ka sasi ara ki wa fa fon e ka nungo fo bi fa sun kan le nyimo an de mo ala ni yuje nyoke ke ko na wi nyoke ke da bam dembori bena wiram yella a kusinla ke foko javando wi melen ayala dembori sama moyede ben arvin gabe san ya ku ken fendi men nangsine bere
awadele man la yok buru ben ada tata Sáamba boko nyoke yeke de karu
bere tata kilinge ngisimo kilinge ayo yibun fon muna ga buru kan ayo da yi wi fen wun Sáamba fan mi tebena za fa fon de Sáamba Áfon wa fon e tamen ranga tugo ay lo de wun chiyo ba yo kan ja ke kan ba ay lo ko ti lo wi fen amen sho kan ba ke min chin mo ner mom nerin kembe yilo du ay njong amen li kan ba ke bode ye kan ba yo yi sha wun chiyo woden bu Sáamba Áfon I kan ba ko dra dam kan ba ko yo yi sha fon ay lo me amen sho bere tata
bere fe da bere won kocho
ve kira ka sheri ko tawon sisi chuban sisi o yinlan daga nyuka ve tongfo awuni abazen fe na bazen bo danji ayili wo ngadu afume ve lo kumu ve la kumu kumman chumbe bo wirwe dawuni ve sho va wi tom una tankar she sa wo ti bo si nangsi ni nyuku wadu afumbi wo ti bo si ji ve moma ji nyuku wadu afumbi so bo ve mom ji ve be rauni ba ti bo si fo mom ji li wo ngo wadu afumbi ave wi ati Yaounde ba mauna yong bo ve dawen fo yi fa itatene wuri Sáamba fa itatene wuri ayisa ene wuro kegan ave lona ji e bam tawon sisi wuri tima hun bam wura nenen atom le ayi Sáamba se yi fire fia Sáamba wiyar ngalinga inso Sáamba be lo re fia wa sunin ba sunin ben am si ye bu bana se bu Sáamba amuga den tata beri.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with Ms. Ansai Birne Warren Lee, one of the cultural advocates, and of course he goes by Peace and Peace for All. Warren, we salute you in Grand Star.
Thank you so much, the microphone engineer, as I fondly call you.
You know, today it's more of a cultural jamboree. It's Sáamba Áfon Yaounde. What is your general appraisal of this Sáamba Áfon this particular day, hosted by Fine TC, Shu Fine TC?
Well, when I heard of this initiative, I found it really pleasing, and I told myself I have to be a part of it to witness what Shu Fine TC has done. I think he's a man who is tried and has made very, very genuine efforts to put sort together in Switzerland, and now extends a hand of fellowship to those of us here. I think he not only wanted to celebrate Sáamba, but he wanted to bring sort together in a different way, and I understand why we needed more space. So I'm really, really glad to be I'm part of this beautiful event, and I say it's been a beautiful time, a moment of communion, and we need this very, very much. We need this like every time. When people commune, they check on one another, they see one another, and they can talk about projects, they can talk about the common good, you know. When it's face to face, it's different. So it was not just culture, but it was a moment of networking once again, discussing in line with the assignment our fund gave us to see into the things that are affecting us and what solutions we think would, will be plausible. So it's part of it. It's the continuation of these, and we hope that through these events we are going to more and more understand the need to stand together at all times, the need to love each other at all times, the need to forgive, and the need to know that if it is to be for so, then it is up to each of us. The world, apart from who you are, and who we are is that culture, and we do not just belong to so by virtue of our birth, but by virtue of our acceptance and practice of our culture and traditions. There's no saying anymore that there are stereotypes and culture. If you have that, then you definitely fall within the uncivilized group. I know this would sound cynical, but for every right-thinking person in this age, if you do not belong to your culture, you belong nowhere, because no other culture is accepting you apart from your culture. That's your original. It's in your blood. Okay, just let it blossom. You know, when you keep killing it because you're afraid of A or you're afraid of B, then B and A would look at you to be primitive, not because you are, but because they think you don't know what you have. So let's embrace this together at all moments and be proud truly of who we are, because the world looks at us and the world fears who we are. So let's enjoy that identity with a lot of pride at all times.
Thank you. You all know, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy with a lot of pride. Enjoy because we are proud of who we are. It's our culture for the people, by the people, and of course, celebrating live here in Yaounde from Gainso. It's Cabra DVU vibing on mic 1, emanating from the delicatessen of Sáamba Áfon, Yaounde, live and direct. Sepakti.